Hello, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Ongakuryu, the podcast where three friends come together and break down what's new in the Japanese music industry. This is the podcast for the week of July 19th, 2019. I'm your host, Ken, and with me we have Gray.
What's happening, dudes?
And once again, it's the Dos Compadres. Unfortunately, something happened to Luna, so she wouldn't be able to make it this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, besides that, what have we been listening to?
Me, I've mostly been listening to this week's Music Corner. That's 99% of what I've been listening to. The only other thing that I've listened to this week that's not the Music Corner is I was able to check out Rude Alpha's 22 EP. They finally released it on Apple Music, and I got to check that out. That's a really, really good EP. My favorite song was the last one. Just as a heads up, though, it's really explicit. I mean, he drops the F-bomb and the S word. Other than that, it's a good song. And he only says it once. It's not like he says it like 19 times, but you clearly hear the F-bomb. And he refers to getting drunk.
Yeah.
But he says, face with an explicit word in front of it. Anyways, but that's a really good love song. It's a really good love song. But but yeah, no, other than that, I've mostly been listening to this week's Music Corner. What have you been listening to, bud?
The Final Fantasy 14 and the Review's Starlight soundtrack, because those two games are just taking over my life.
One game at a time.
One game at a time. If it isn't one, it is the other, and it's ruining me.
That's okay.
Besides that, I'm
love.
just listening to Rosalia because of the lovely concert that I'll be heading towards pretty soon, in like a week and a half.
Yeah, that is around the corner.
It's around the corner, so
Somebody is hype.
I have an inkling. Yeah, all I want to do is just beat Titan and beat Garuda and just continue on with the game. We're very close. We're very close.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But yeah, let's continue on with the news here. Not much this week.
Yeah, it's been a slow week.
Yeah. First and foremost is the lovely VTuber Azuki, and she announced that she dropped her brand new song Sayonara Hero this past week, along with the music video accompanying the release. And it is produced by the lovely Team Scrambles, which we'll get to once again in a minute. But yeah, and can purchase the song on our site and check out the music video also if you wish.
I need to check out this because I liked the first song we covered by Azuki, and I didn't even get a chance to check out the second one. But I'd like to check out the third.
This one is really good.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I would get it.
Yeah. I remember her first song being great. It just, man, we get busy, and sometimes we just don't have the time. So
Yeah.
all right, moving on up. We're going to talk about an idol group this time. One that I've kind of taken a liking to. Gang Parade has announced they will be releasing their very first studio album. But not only that, they're also going to be releasing a brand new concert. So the concert's going to be called Challenge the Limit, which was their tour from last year. And the new album is called Love Parade. Mm-hmm. Both the information for the release dates are on the site. Love Parade's coming out the 13th. The week before that is Challenge the Limit. So September the 13th and September the 6th. Or I guess 6th and 13th. Oh, it makes more sense. Numerically. It's funny is so one is released on one cousin's birthday. The other one's released on another cousin's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I have a cousin that was born on the 6th and another one that was born on the 13th. So that's how it rolls. So yeah, that's how I knew it was exactly a week apart without even looking at a calendar or doing the math. I knew instantly when I saw those dates and like, that's a week apart. So yeah, but you can check it out on the site. Looks dope. If I have the money, I'll be picking up probably the parade. The
person that produced Azuki's song this past week is one of the music producers for Gang Parade's album.
Oh.
Because Scramble does all these lovely things with all their different idols, or these alternative idol groups. so to speak. So
They're on the rise. Moving on to NMB48, another female idol group, but this is way more mainstream than the last. They have announced they'll be releasing their 24th single. We don't know what it is yet, but it's scheduled to be released in less than a month on August 14th. It'll be 3 types, A, B, and C, and you can pre-order them on the site. I don't know how I feel because there's no info, but yeah, it's a thing. It exists.
I mean, the 48 and 46 always does this. They go, "We're releasing it."
Enjoy.
Enjoy. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do because the last time they released a single, which was the Tokonoma Seizai Musume song that released earlier in the year, that was their reboot, so to speak, after the future Yamamoto Sayaka left. So this will be more so their real reboot to see what they're gonna do now. So hopefully it'll be good.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, it's not gonna stop you liking it. I already know that for a fact.
I do like Yamamoto Sayaka, but she's not in the group anymore.
Yeah, she's not in the group, so why make that statement?
Well, my big discovery of Yamamoto Sayaka came post her AKB 48 days. So I always forget her background, and if you listen to her modern music, I honestly don't think you would ever guess that she came from like the big corporate idol scene.
Because she's returning back to her form because she used to do this a long time ago.
Yeah, because a lot of her music's in the same vein as like Miwa and Aimyon, that kind of girl rock, cutesy girl rock sort of
more
flavor.
Miwa and less Aimyon, yeah. I would think.
See, this is just my opinion, but I would say she's actually way closer to Aimyon than Miwa. Because I don't think she's nearly as cutesy as Miwa is.
Well, the thing is, because she mostly does regular alt guitar style.
Yeah.
She's more like a polka dot stingray kind of thing.
That's true too. Yeah. That's very true too.
Continuing on, 4-member rock band A Fleta Circle announced that they will be releasing a brand new mini album titled Heart on November 6th. You can check out more info on our site. They're pretty good. I've actually liked their song Center of the Earth, which you can check out on our site. And they'll be using this to commemorate their 10th year anniversary, so go right ahead if you guys are interested.
It's a weird name, A Flood of Circle.
A Flood of Circle.
When I think of band names, that's not one that comes to mind, but it's interesting. It'll make you remember them. So
I mean, it's
band name working.
I mean, you have to be kind of out there to kind of get your names. Look at the next 3 people we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about Chemistry, Sakana Action.
Sakana Action, I think, has a very good band name. Chemistry does not, in my opinion.
Six Lounge, Caravan, Spitz.
I mean, Caravan's kind of blasé too name, but yeah. Moving on to Chemistry, which blasé name. But their new album will also be called Chemistry, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they have another album called Chemistry, because I think their first best of album was called Chemistry.
Yep.
So talk about groups without of name ideas, I guess, but they're releasing a new album. And it's going to be coming out on September 25th. But yeah, this is their first time that they're releasing an album, quite a while. It's going to be 2 editions, limited type A and limited type B. It's weird that it's only getting a limited release. I thought that was the most bizarre thing when I was writing it up. But that's how it is. Limited type A and limited type B. And you can find out more information on the site along with the tour dates. It's a pretty long tour too.
Continuing on up, it is the lovely band Second Action. After their latest release of their album 834.194, the 5-member rock band announced that they will be releasing a 8cm mini CD single on August 24th. It'll include the 80s styles track Wasudenai no and Mosu. And unfortunately, only 10,000 copies will be made, which will make it a highly sought item for fans. I was able to get it.
Hey, if you can get signatures on that sucker, woo, the value's gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, and the album art looks really nice. You can check it out on our site if you may wish, because it does have that 80s feel to it.
Man, it looks like it's ripped right out of 1980. Like it has like that Miami Vice vibe to it, almost. Or no. What is the Hawaii one?
Hawaii 5-0.
Yes, that because they got palm trees right behind them.
Yeah, you can check out the lovely music video for Wasuda and I Know on our site, along with Moss, if you may wish. I believe Moss is the one that we actually posted, not Wasuda and Io. I really like Wasuda and Io compared to Moss. Moss is really, really out there.
It's like, whoa, bro.
Yeah, no. It shows like this. You gotta watch it.
I apparently I do.
Continuing on, three-member rock band Six Lounge announced that they will be releasing a brand new single called Genresha on September 11th, and you can check out all the lovely things on our site. It'll come in with 2 editions and release with 3 singles, so 3 tracks. So it's very, very interesting.
That is interesting.
I do like the hair on the bassist though, that long hair.
Yeah, I tried really hard to pull that off, but my hair's way too thin to do that.
I have nice, thick hair.
Rub it in, why don't you?
But yeah, continuing on up, it is the lovely singer/songwriter Caravan announced that he will be dropping a brand new album called The Universe in My Mind on August 1st. This will be his latest one since his album Harvest Time back in 2017. And, what's interesting about this is it will be released domestically only in obscure hard-to-see hobby shops like Village Vanguard, if you remember that lovely store.
No.
You don't?
Remember. No.
It was in Machida.
Like, the only store I remember in Machida was the book off I went to 982 times because I was with friends that prioritized.
You were with Kyo and you were with Luna.
Exactly. I was like, I'll just go with them. So, and yeah, like my whole trip to Japan was like, whatever Kyo and Luna are doing, I was there doing that with them.
Yes, I know. I remember the lovely photos that you guys brought.
We do what we can.
But yeah, it will come with only a CD-only release because of the obscurity of this album. But yeah, you can check it.
Moose.
Yeah, it is a giant moose. It seems like something
I've been holding that the entire time we've been talking about this.
Man, that's the first thing you notice, the giant moose.
Hey, some of us have short attention spans.
But yeah, you can check out the music video for Kamui Zenya, which is his latest one, on our site.
Yeah, I also did notice the metronome.
But yeah, continuing on up, it is the lovely, lovely band Speets. After their phenomenal single Yasushi Anako, they announced that they will be releasing a brand new album called Mike on October 9th. And honestly, it'll be their latest single since their album Sumanai back in 2016. So 3 years, honestly.
No, I was honestly half tempted to call this album Mike. I knew it was Mike, but I was like, it's so close to Mike.
So
just drop a K.
Yeah, and the autocorrect always spelled it Mike too, so that didn't really help me.
I didn't have that problem.
Yeah. It'll release with 4 editions total and a vinyl version, so if you guys are interested, I'll probably get that.
I wanted the vinyl version.
Speed seems like a kind of band that would be good in vinyl.
Yeah, like their style really suits that.
Yeah. And there will be a bonus track only for the vinyl and limited edition versions, so if you guys are interested, check out all the lovely, lovely offers on our site along with the track listing. And continuing on up, it is the lovely Indie Corner alumni band Nakigoto announced that they will be releasing their very first mini album called Yodo no Tsukurikata on September 18th. It will release with a CD-only edition with 6 tracks total, and will include their ever-popular track Metropolitan, which we also had covered on our site. They will also have a small tour from October 4th to the 24th. But yeah, you can check out all the lovely info on our site and with the music video. And if you want to check out our Indie Corner, it's also linked to there on the site also.
Moving on to the last release news of the week, Kenshi Yonezu will be dropping his brand new single, Uma Toshika, on September 11th. It is going to be released in 3 editions, one with a lovely pendant. You can find out more on the site. The song, what was it called? Umi no Yure, which was used for the anime Children of the Sea, not Spirits of the Sea. It's what it says on the YouTube video link, which is why I almost said that. But that opening theme is going to be on this single, so if you like that, check it out. And if you want a dope pendant, you can get the limited edition with the pendant. Information's on the site along with pre-order links.
Yeah.
Grab yours today.
Yeah, the pendant looks really, really nice.
Yeah. And moving on up to our news, regular news, non-release news. It's kind of I guess it's sad news. Morning Musume member Sakura Oda was rushed to the hospital on July 10th. She had severe shoulder pain. She has been diagnosed with a cervical degenerative disc disease, and she's going to need a full month to heal. I don't know why I said it like a hill. Anyways, she is obviously not doing anything because, she's in pain and she can't do. So while she's doing that and she's resting up and healing, we here at Ongaku to you wish her a swift recovery, and hopefully she'll come back soon.
It sucks because, she was holding the entire band on her shoulder. That's why her shoulders.
That's why she has a. When I was doing the article, I was like, man, she seems really young to have this problem.
Well, that's what happened when you're trying to push yourself when you're dancing. You put a lot of stress on your muscles and your bones and all that stuff. If you're not
that's true.
practicing safely, then you're more likely to push yourself and break and put a lot of strain on these.
Yeah, and probably the hours that these girls do working the dance routines and just stuff like that. I mean, it's just like Hirate Yurina. I mean, she went down for a month last year with her back. She just turned 18. She already has back problems. I there's no doubt that these girls are pushed to their absolute limits. But yeah. And moving on to Music Corner, I had the lovely pleasure this week. For this week, we covered I call them a punk idol rock group. They're just an alternative rock group, but their music is in that punk rock genre style.
I don't. It's interesting. I would call them an alt idol group.
Yeah, I think that's what they officially are. But for me personally, I feel like their music really falls more in the punk category, like punk rock is what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
I didn't use the word punk in the write up, so. But anyways, we covered Billie Idle. They were born out of BIS, which stands for Brand New Idol Society. We've talked about BIS before when we were covering the Oricon.
It's BIS, not BISH.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's BIS and there's BISH. So yeah, there's a little difference. There's our 2 different groups. And so, yeah, apparently BIS or BIS, they've broken up a few times. And the first time they broke up, 2 of the members started Billie Idle. So those members were First Summer Yuuika and Hirano Muzumi. And then they held auditions to fill out the other spaces of the group. So the people who won was Momose Momo and Yasui Yuhi. But after a year, Yasui Yuhi had to step down due to health reasons, and that was all I could find, so I do not know more. But in her place, Momose Momo's sister, Akira, stepped in. That's been the group up until May of last year, when the actual creator of Abyss, Poor Louie, or is that? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Poor Louie. She joined the group, and she was the 5th member to officially complete the band and form as a whole. And
I don't know why you keep calling them a band. I would just call them a group.
they are. I don't because they're because of like their rock music and the I don't
because
like, they don't have that
they
dance
are
style,
like
so
they are like the same as Bish and Biss and Baby Metal. They are a group that is played alongside rock music. I wouldn't be like saying they're like Rosalia, where they're idol groups. They're an idol group, but they play the instruments also. That's two separate kind of things. We kind of want to get that straight there.
No, you're completely right. Just it throws me when I'm talking about them because you just associate rock music with bands, not groups.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that's why
this is your life, my friend. This is gonna be your life. Because that could also be the same used for what was it? Gang Parade. They have a much more edgier rock tone also with them, but I would still call them an idol group.
Yeah, well, I would also call them a punk idol group. Yeah. I like 90s punk rock, okay? I liked it. It was high school for me, okay? So anyways, but yeah, no, I really, really like this group. They're really good. They're really high energy. They got a great sound to them. Some of their songs, I will say, are not amazing. I will go ahead and get that out of the way. Like Anarchy in the Music Scene is a little hard to listen to. But I really do love their music. P.S. R.I.P. is really good. Their latest single, which I'm not going to say because that's a mouthful, it's really good. It's Bokura Mada Cheap. That's a really, really good song. Memories is a great song. They have a lot of good songs. Like, a lot of their music is not on Apple Music. Or on YouTube. They do have a few music videos. We did put one on the site. But if you really want to check these girls out, my advice would be to check out them on Spotify. It doesn't have as much music as their Apple Music library does, but it does have a lot. Their Apple Music library is, I think, their entire library minus their first compilation album. But you can also follow them on their official website. We do have links also for their Twitter. And yeah, we do have a link to their Spotify too. So just come to the site. If you don't have Apple Music, you can click on the Spotify and it'll take you right to their page.
Do me a favor and spell out the group because they might spell the other lovely person known as Billie Idle.
You know, I really feel like he is the inspiration for this group. Like, I really hear a lot of his style in them. I love Dancing with Myself and White Wedding. Those are two amazing songs. But yeah, so the way you spell the group's name is Billie. That's Billy. And then Idle, Idle. Like a car is idling. Yeah. But it is pronounced Billie Idle, like the 80s rock legend. But these are my thoughts on the group. What were your thoughts, bud?
It's sad to say with this, but you know, I really like them. There are a couple songs that I honestly do like, but 80% of their songs, because of how prominent this type of genre is in the idol scene of these alt idol groups, they're popping up all over the place now. And them being an offshoot of Abyss doesn't really help them.
See, I think they're like a toned down Abyss, and I think that's why I like them a lot. It's because they're a toned down Abyss.
Well, it's also another reason why I for me personally, they're like the halfway point of what is alternative idol. It's they're playing it safe, but they're being a little out there with some of their stuff also.
Yeah.
And that's the only gripe that I have with them, and that's how I feel about a lot of their songs. It's like they're they're keeping to what is somewhat popular, but is keeping the DNA of Abyss. So
Yeah, well, I know for me, like Biss personally, like I like Biss, but sometimes they can take it way too far, and I don't like it at all. So
that's because you like the usual idol stuff. You don't like to
yeah,
like you've been always saying. You like to stay your lane, and you like to venture somewhat halfway through the lane, but you're not gonna commit all the way unless you know it's safe. Bish, on the
yeah,
other
that's true.
hand, is either it's gonna be really, really standard, or it's gonna be really out there, and you might like it, you might not like it.
Yeah,
While
it's a coin flip.
while with Billy Idol is they're kind of like what they play it safe halfway on through transitioning into a lane.
I do want their 2.0 CD really bad.
So I mean that's the only gripe that I have with them. And if you like these kind of stuff, if you want something a little more harder than traditional like AKB48 or like half the stuff we're gonna listen to on the Oricon this week,
Yeah,
then Billy Idol is a good choice. And their latest single that they did was really good. I actually liked it, but I went
I
through
will
their
I
best
will
of.
say
Yeah, go
real
ahead.
quick. I have been trying to figure this out for over a week, and my mom, who is an 80 expert on 80s music, says this is not an 80s song, but I swear to God it is. They have a song called Beat Bop Tutu, and I swear to God that's an 80s song. I swear to God that's an 80s song.
Yeah, like listening to their album, their best of album it was kind of a rough ride because it's just like I understand what they're trying to do, and they're not. It's like the same reason why I'm not liking AKB right now. They don't know what they want to be. They feel like they're trying something new, but they're not committing to it all the way.
See, I think they are doing something new because I mean you don't like I said, like to me, like they have like that punk ish style and sound, and I mean when you go back to like the like late 90s and early 2000s, I mean that's what punk rock was. Is what it sounds like. That's like the spirit and the style of it. I mean, it's not quite Dizzy Sunfist, which goes the full Monty, which is
Okay, so
also
what would you consider more punk? This or Gang Parade?
Gang Parade.
Because then that's what I think of what is to be totally into that lane, totally to speak.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Like and like
and
I
I get
understand,
that.
and I
Yeah,
understand. Like I said, they don't know what they want to be. They want to be half and half. They want to stay mainstream and keep to the tempo and be while still trying to be hard too. But it's either you kind of go hard and make that transition into the lane, or you kind of keep it down. There was a slow song in one of their songs in the album. I freaking hated it because I was like, you guys are old bish, and you're not trying to be hard. I mean, like I said, there's not a knock on this band. I really appreciate what they're trying to do, and it's a good introductory to what alternative idol genre is now. And I could use that as a first step. But being introduced to Biss, Gang Parade a little bit earlier than what I have with Billy Idol, it seems like a half step for me personally.
I can see that. I
But
like the half step though.
yeah, no, like I said, it's a good introduction, and I wouldn't knock people for not liking it. Or liking it in general. For example, I would introduce this for people who are fans of idols, and say, "Well, I want to try something a little bit more hard, but not all the way." I would introduce them to Billia. I would peg them that way, honestly.
Yeah,
That it's
true.
a good half step, but for me personally, because I like that full lane change, not just trying to do the half step for of what the genre could be. That's where that I would have a little issue with it. But to each their own. Like I said, it is a good introductory to something that is different from the idol genre. Besides that, I want to know who's their music producer. I wonder if
Probably
Scramble
is,
Scramble is doing them also.
it does not say so on their Wikipedia page, which is where I got all their all the information about the group.
I see. No, it's mostly because Bish is a different label altogether. Because Bish and Gang Parade, they're all within the same label, it looks like. So that's why they work with Scrambles a whole lot more.
Okay.
So, and also Empire. So, but, I want to thank you for that. Like I said, if I were to introduce someone to alt-idol genre, I would use Billie Idle. They're a great first step. But
I would say they're a great first step because we've listened to some people that I'm not gonna lie, like they're doozies.
And I understand. Like, for me, like Bish's last song was really really good, but it seemed like the lane was really out there, while this is a good halfway towards that lane. To each though. I mean, I'm not gonna knock you on that. And like I said, it's a good introductory, and I would use this all the time to be like, hey, you should listen to this. You like idols, right? You like Twice. You want something different than the same old Korean pop? Listen to this.
You gotta get over TT sometime, man.
Hey, man, I can't go over TT.
Well, nobody can. TT's a great song.
I'm doing the stupid hand motions now.
Do what I can.
But yeah, I thank you for that. And it gives me a good arsenal to introduce more people to.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that, let's continue on to the Oricon. And this week is, oh god, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, that's the understatement. That is the understatement of the century. This week's rough. We'll get through it one way or another. I will say the returning songs we love.
The first one is gonna be Machigai Sagashi by Misaki Suda. We said all we said. Good Yonezu Kenshi. You make a outlandishly good, great composed song. So that's really
Philip,
good.
you keep rocking.
Philip, you keep rocking. And continuing on up, it is number 9. Oh, Machigai Sagashi So They Lovely, 13,885 points. And continuing on, it is Boka Kobodi Hokago Furenzus by that's the group name. And the song that they did was Shinji Dai Frenzu and Princess no Kigae, princess version. So I messed this all up. It is Hokago
okay.
Princess, and the song is Shinji Dai Princess and Princess no Kigae. So Kigae, the Princess Kigae song is the new song.
Yeah, this was a song.
It's kind of meh.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not good. Borderline bad, if not bad.
It's made by Microsoft.
Sounded like it.
Because it's Forza Records. But, I mean, it's not... It's alright. I'm not gonna... Well, this is the kind of songs that would run out of the convenience store if I ever heard it. I'll drop everything and run. It's really bad.
I don't know. I think I would run out of the convenience store a lot more on 3 than I would this one.
Yeah. But yeah, it's So They Lovely, 14,264 points. Going on up, it is the radio station 12 hits drama song Wonder Octave.
One of the highlights of the week.
Surprisingly, this is like those. It's a radio station song that is played for a anime.
Yep.
Like those anime talk show stuff that they have on the radios in Japan, which I gotta listen to.
Yeah, and it had like that husbando sama style feel to it, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't overdone or overplayed. It had a decent melody to it, and it had a good flow to it. So it was I guess because it was the last song I heard of the week. It was really surprising that it came off as quite well and good, and it's when a song like this is number 3 in our opinion, it's actually surprisingly, one, a really good song, and 2, just an indicator of how rough the rest of the week's gonna be.
Yeah. It's So They Lovely, 14,892 points, and going on up, it is number 7, oh god. It is Idol Master's Shiny Color Fragment Wings 4.
Beach Braver?
I don't know.
This is the thing that happened this week.
Well, that's
This
one of the
is
songs. It's still called. It's still
yeah,
called
yeah.
Fragment 04 or whatever.
Oh my lord.
It's
I,
from
I
the Fragment Wing series.
I believe it. Where do they get these names?
The same
The
place
world may never know.
the same place where Final Fantasy and Square gets their names.
Random name generator?
Yeah. How'd you know? How'd you know?
And it's shot in the dark. It's how it is. Yeah, no, this is Idolmaster. I think it.
It's the hyperactive dance techno version of Idolmaster.
Yes, it
You know,
is.
That sounds like something that I would like, but no. Idolmaster is that last word there that does not mix with any of those.
Well, because when Idolmaster, I don't know. For me, it feels like when Idolmaster does a thing, like every once in a blue moon, they'll do a thing good and they'll do it well and it'll be nice. But it's so rare because typically they'll do a thing and then they're like, let's overdo it and then scale it up by 9. And then that's the song you get and you're like, oh god, what is this noise? And it's just not good. It's just not good.
But regardless, it sold fairly well, 15,569 points. And going on up, it is Pretenders, once again, by official Hagedandism.
It says it's down, but I could have sworn this was number 6 last week too.
Yeah, it was number 5 or something like that.
I thought that was 2 weeks ago.
Let's go check.
It
was number 5. Ha ha ha.
Well, you know.
You won't be able to see the numbers, but you'll see what week it
Yeah.
was.
I love
Said
this
all
song.
we said we can say about this song. I'm still gonna see them. My tickets came in, and apparently they gave us sunscreen. And I'm like, no, I'm a good Hawaii boy. I'm gonna just take the sun and take that skin cancer full force.
You know, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said that new studies showed that it's the sunscreen that's giving people skin cancer.
But everything gives you cancer. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know that everyone who drinks water dies?
Well, yeah. That's like saying everybody that breathes oxygen dies.
Yeah. Eventually they die. We don't know how.
It's a fact of life.
It's a fact of life.
Inevitable conclusion.
But yeah, this week it sold a lovely 18,684 copies. And going on up, it is number 5 by Kobayashi Sachiko and Nakagawa Shokotan, for those who love it. And the song, it is Kazeto Ishoni. So, this is probably the best song of the week, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's hard. There's one other song that I genuinely really liked, and I don't know. It's to me, you can kind of flip a quarter at this point. This I will say, this is a really good song. I wound up listening to it twice. It's the only one on the charts I listened to twice. Because the first time I was doing it, I was doing work and didn't get a chance to actually listen to it. So I didn't realize this was associated with Pokemon until the second viewing. Because, you know...
How did you not realize that?
Again, I didn't watch the music video. And, you know, in America, they obviously don't have the original Japanese opening for the original Pokemon movie. They had their own... They did their own soundtrack and
Hey
everything.
man, that was one of the best soundtracks. Pokemon the first movie and Digimon the first movie had the most amazing American soundtracks ever. That's
Yeah.
how I was exposed to Bare Naked Ladies, the band now, not.
But yeah, no, actually I liked the soundtrack for Pokemon the movie 2000. I thought that had a good soundtrack too.
Yeah. For those who don't know, this is a remastering version of the original song of Kazeto Ishoni, done by the original singer of Kobayashi Sachiko. So, it's
Yeah.
very nice that they brought her and someone who's been associated to the franchise for a long time. Because Shokotan, if you guys don't know, is the number. She has been with Pokemon for close to a decade now. She's been on a lot of the variety sites and variety shows regarding Pokemon. And she's on the current Pokemon variety site, which they'll have more news about Sword and Shield. So
I will say it. As a I've been a fan of Pokemon for years, and I'll say even as a fan, it's surprising at the staying power that Pokemon has, the cultural impact that Pokemon has, and yeah, I am always eager to see what the franchise is doing next. I will say I was a little burnt out on Pokemon when Sun and Moon came out, but I am really hyped for Sword and Shield, which I think I'm actually one of the few, because I've seen a lot of people complaining about it as of late, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm hyped. I'm excited, and this was a great song. I will also say, in the opening of the song, when like the little kids singing, it threw me for a little bit. I was like, "Whoa, what's this?"
that's Shokotan just voice acting her voice away.
Well, it's got to go sometime.
But yeah, it's So They Lovely, 19,551 points. And going on up, it is number 4 by Spin no Himitsu, Kabuki Star Night by Yabai T-Shirt Zia-san.
I still don't know what I heard here. I just don't.
It's funny because you say like how Flu is with just short attention span. I feel like this with this particular band because they are all over the place. You think I would like that, but with Flu, it grabs your attention and keeps you there. This is for a minute at a time, but it's a 4 or 5 minutes of this.
Yeah, I think the thing with Flu is their succinctness is what helps them kind of be able to stick that, because after a little while, like, yeah, no, you're like, okay, I'm kind of like, the shtick's old now, and like these guys, man, it's just I will say, like, I'm just at a loss for words. I know I won't have that problem with the next one, but I cannot begin to describe this.
And it's funny because they're extremely popular. I can't figure out why. There might be just one song that I will find out and say, yes, this is the reason why they're popular. But I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah. Regardless, it's So They Lovely, 23,904 copies. And going on up, it is I No Kokuro ni Summer to Oshieru by Niji no Conquistadors, keeping with that summer release because they only release summer releases. I wonder why.
I don't know. I don't have the foggiest clue.
There's 32 reasons why, but
I don't know. I really, really wanted to like this song. I really, really wanted to like the song. But I don't. I do not like it, not one bit. For me personally, I feel like when you listen to the song, I feel like the vocal direction of the song and the actual musical direction of the song are going in two vastly different directions.
I think if they just cut down the lovely keyboardist mic in half. His
fingers had been on fire or something.
Yeah, I think like his fingers got dislodged out of its socket because of how fast and how insanely it was going compared to the rest of the song. Like, if they just cut that keyboard part out, I think the song would have been fine. It would have been okay. I wouldn't...
Yeah.
It would be a song that I wouldn't run out of the convenience store, but I'll be thinking about, like, halfway out the door.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I did enjoy the music video for what that's worth. But I really wanted to like the song. I actually like the musical direction of like the vocals, and I really felt like it had like a good melody. But I again, like, I really felt like the melody of the music and the melody of the vocals were two different things. Like, they were almost like two different ideas, and they were not meshing at all. And it's just, I really wanted to like this song. Disappointment has never hit me harder. No, that's not true. But still, disappointment has hit me really hard this day. And that hurts. That hurts a lot. To be fair, though, if I had the money, I would still probably pick this up.
Wait.
32 of them.
Yeah, 32. I think there's only 12, so 24 of them.
Well.
But yeah, it's So They Lovely, 25,720 points. Close to 24 reasons why. But continuing on up, it is number 2 with Lights and Boy With Love. Jesus Christ, I just looked at the numbers this thing sold.
like 1 and 2 are in their own ballpark. Like,
1
we
and
went from
2 could
25,000
singly beat 3 to 10.
Like, you could take the rest of the groups that we've talked about combined, and you're still not even pushing what number 2 did this week. People really like their BTS. And to be fair, Lights was really good.
Yeah, Lights was really good. So I mean, I can understand the reason why. But we've gushed all about it last week. So if you want to hear more of that, go listen to last week's episode.
Which I felt like was a very appropriately named episode.
Yes, it was. But yeah,
I already have the name for this week's episode too in my head.
Oh god. it will sell a lovely 140,828 points. I swear it'll probably have something hands up, right?
Hands up for Kiss My Feet too.
Oh boy.
Hey, I keep it simple.
Oh boy. And that's spoiling number 1 there with Kiss My Feet 2 with their song Hands Up. I wonder why it sold so much, but I'm going to be one of those outliers and say, yeah, I did not like this.
And I will be one of those inliers, which is outlying my usual position and saying I liked it.
Yeah, this is the first time you liked an older Johnny's group.
Yeah, I thought it was... Like, I'm not going to sit here and say it rocked my world. I'm going to immediately download it and become the number 1 fan of the group. But I think that Hands Up was a solid song.
I think you're gonna... If you find it on the cheap, you would probably buy it. But for me, it's kind of just like... I can live with it, but it's not like I'm gonna search for it kind of thing.
Yeah, I get it. But for me, it was really... It was one of the few times where I listened to Kiss My Feet 2, and I wouldn't ever accuse them of doing something new, but it was a song... It was the first time I heard a song I just genuinely didn't feel like I've heard this 982 times. Like, and that was kind of my thing. And I'll admit, it's not the most original song to begin with. But I felt like it was pretty well done, very well executed, had a really good rhythm. And, you know, it's a fun song. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you and the rest of Japan also liked it because it sold a lovely 196,438 points. CD only. CD only, boys.
That's the power of Johnny's.
Let's continue on to the albums just a little bit here. Lovely voice actress Horia Yui got on the charts with number 10. King and Prince hold number 9. Pedro with number 8. Second Action with their album 834.194 went up from number 7. I don't know what this is, but it seems fairly interesting. But Fuji Rock by Shoei Fumiya, so you can go see that.
That looks like something right out of Lupin the Third.
Yeah, it's probably the art style too. Endoshira is a UK-based singer, so I don't know why that's on there, but I guess it sold well enough. So
Number 5 said Sheeran.
Alright. Well, that tells you how much I am in sync with the lovely hiragana there, because I did not know how to see it. Ed Sheeran. Yeah, I don't understand him either.
No, I don't really get it. He has his following.
Well, then again, I mean, Game of Thrones got popular enough just so that they can meet Ed Sheeran, right?
That is the theory.
Yeah. BTS World by BTS got number 4. 5x20 by Arashi is also on number 3. It's not gonna reach 100,000. It's not. It's been doing lower and lower. I'm surprised that it's been on here so long. Misaki Suda with his album Love reached number 2, and Aurora Arc by Bumpa Chickens, and by God, it did fairly well with 218,000 points.
Yep. Almost 219,000. It's only short by 9.
Yeah, one of my good friends picked this album up, so she'll be included in next week's count. So that'll be interesting to see how well this does. It's been a while since Bump did an album anyway.
Yeah. I've been seeing them crop up in the news a lot lately, too.
Yep, probably how big this album is, that's why.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I want to thank you very much for listening to this week's episode of Ungaku to You. You can reach us at the following lovely social media sites on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram at Ongaku to You. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/ongaku2u.cam. You can find the site at ongaku2u.cam. You can find our two affiliates, Koryu Hunter. He is a Twitch streamer. I guess I don't know what he's doing. He was playing RE2 earlier today, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Every time I see him on Twitter, he's talking about packing. Now he should be packing, and he's not.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He should be packing. You hear that? You hear that, Kill? I know you're not listening, but you should be packing.
Pack away.
Pack away. But yeah. You can check him at twitch.tv/KoryuHunter, KYORYUHUNTER. You can find Timber Taff, our other lovely affiliate. He's a Twitch streamer in his own right. You can check him out at twitch.tv/TimberTaft, TIMBERTAFT. You can check out me on Twitter at OTYCan1. You can check out Rentford at RentfordD. You can find Luna at LunaMarie87. And where can we find you, Gray?
You can find me at Ongaku Gray on
Oh,
Twitter.
yeah. With that, I want to thank you guys very much once again for listening to this week's episode of Ongaku to You. I'm your host, Ken, saying thank you very much and have a great day. Aloha.
And this is Gray. We'll see you next time.